Doak Campbell Stadium in Tallahassee, Florida. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. It's the Michigan Wolverines and the Florida State Seminoles. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Guys, checking in with the Wolverines head coach before the game. He is concerned going to an environment like this, one of the best crowds in all of college football. They make it loud and frenetic. He has talked to his quarterback and his center about having a high level of communication here on the road. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. Seminoles will kick off first, and here we go. On the move from inside his 5. They'll corral him and get him down at the... Yard line on the return. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Makes it past the marker. They get him on the ground, but boy, they took the business end of that run as he picked up 8.
It's got to feel good as an offense knowing that early in the drive you can turn around, hand it off, get a push up front, and go get positive yardage.
That kind of pickup on first down, and you can take a shot here on 2nd and short. Grab behind the line. It's Buchanan. And he's got enough for the first down. They'll mark it at the 34.
And those aren't the guys I'm leaving open on defense. These slot wide receivers, they've got the space in the middle of the field to work. I got to make sure that I got somebody inside of him. I got somebody outside of him. I can't give him the football because a lot of times these guys, they're good with it after the catch. They got that quickness. They got that speed. And he showed some of it there.
Makes the catch. It's Marsh. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there, because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it. You've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
The run inside. It's Marshall.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Fires to the big fella. At the 35, he's loose. And this defense is a half a beat behind. They just can't quite keep up. They've got it down to the 21. And how about taking a big chunk out of this defense on the opening drive?
And with the speed they have on the perimeter, Reese, no doubt, they want to come out here and test this secondary, test these DBs, and they know they've got the QB with the arm talent to get the ball there. That's a great start for this offense.
Takes a handoff. It's Marshall. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Wolverines.
We know a lot of offenses like to script their opening 10 plays going into games. They practice it over and over and over again throughout the week, and you just saw flawless execution on the opening drive by the offense. A nice job mixing in pass and run, getting different guys involved here early. They cap it off with a nice run late, but what a great job to take control of this game and the offense. They've got it moving now.
And he'll bring it back. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Finds a man on the left. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Nice catch there. I'll tell you, the Seminole passing attack has come a long way over the years. When I was playing against them back in the day, they were in the I formation every single play. Maybe it was play action. Maybe it was a shot play to the perimeter of the field. Now, they've got guys running all different kinds of routes, playing at different tempos, lining up all over the field. This dude is a guy you just have to know where he is every single snap.
They really got things moving on this drive. Second play of the drive comes from the 37. Keeps it on first down. Maybe a crease. Across the 50 and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
From the 44-yard line, the offense snaps it on first down. This time he wants to throw. Working that left side now. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
Wow, the quarterback knew he had to get that one to his receiver quickly on the in route. Did you see the velocity on that throw?
The Seminoles with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Dropping back, it's Daniels. Firing to the right, complete. Turning it on. Touchdown, Seminoles. A great catch and run for 6. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short and he did the rest of the work.
On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. And here comes the Michigan offense back on the field. Took the last drive in for a touchdown. They'll try to do it again on this one. Underwood. Makes the grab. It's Hansen. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one.
Nice quick throw there. It is so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game.
Catch in the middle. It's Marshall. Wrestled down at the 32 after a pickup of 5.
Must be nice for this quarterback knowing he's got this type of athlete playing the tight end position that can work the middle of the field for him. He's a guy who can stretch it vertically as well, but this is a guy the QB will look for early and often in this game.
Quick toss. Oh, better look out. They're now out across the 40, and he's out of bounds at the 42.
And that would be the definition of first down success. Putting yourself in a good position. It's second and inches. I can do whatever I want next. I can take a shot down the field. I can run the football and get a new set of downs. Like, nice first down execution.
And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you can tell it extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
They go play action, Bryce Underwood. Another incompletion on third down.
It's been a tale of two drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow, allowed a touchdown in the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously,
wait just a minute, guys. The offense looks as if they're going for it in their own end. Now we get a timeout taken by the Seminoles. That's their first. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. They're in their own territory, but they only need a few inches, and this is why you have a prominent jawline and an urgent resolve. They'll go for it. A run for the quarterback. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going.
Well, going for it and getting it on fourth down, close to midfield, I think just gave this offense a ton of momentum. I'm curious to see what they're going to do here. Maybe take a shot and see if they can really seize and capitalize on all this good mojo now going their way.
Running inside, it's Marshall. Maybe some room here. They'll get him stopped at the 34. He's got 10 yards on that one and a first down. The Wolverines kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. That's caught. It's Buchanan. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. The defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
They're going to run it. Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
And those plays from a defensive perspective, man, they're just super annoying because now I'm in the worst spot ever, third and manager. Like, I don't know if you're passing, don't know if you're running. So nice job by this offense keeping this defense off balance and creating a third down opportunity that's in their favor.
We've played one, and we are right back where we started, all tied up after the first period as we take a look at the stats. We've got a good one going here and looking forward to keeping those vibes going here in the second quarter. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. Throwing, Underwood. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
Got to give the defense credit on that play, taking everything away, forcing the incompletion. Now it's decision time. 4th and short, and you're in field goal range. What do you do here?
They converted 4th down earlier on this drive, and now they'll try it again. Bryce Underwood to throw for it on 4th. He's got it. 1st down and more. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets it into the end zone, but wait a minute. We'll have to check out the laundry on the field. On to attempt the try. And the PAT gives them a 14-7 lead. So an 82-yard drive there. And they cap things off with a scoring pause from 27 yards out. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. Working that left side. Building momentum. Picking up a chunk of yardage. Moving the chains out to the 34.
Oh, that is a rope for the completion in this offense. I'll tell you, you think about great Seminole quarterbacks, the 3 W's. Wenke, Winston, Ward. Dudes that could change the game. Heisman Trophy winners. Every defensive coordinator was scared every time they had to play the Seminoles because of that vaunted passing attack. And this guy, I think he has D coordinator seeing ghosts because this guy can play at a high level.
Now a 1st down from the 45-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand, and he'll find enough running room to get it just short of midfield at the 49.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
They'll try to pick up this 3rd down and keep the drive moving close to midfield. Looking downfield, it's Daniels. Gets rid of it. Makes the catch. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
It's complete to the left. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's 1st down.
And, man, you love to see that from this offense. Coming out and answering, right? Like putting a drive together. Their defense just gave up a touchdown, but you want to snatch the momentum back. Nice job putting a little bit of a drive together. Now let's go cap this thing off with a touchdown.
Quarterback floating away from pressure. Trying to get rid of it. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the 1st half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the 2nd half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
They're dealing with a 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. And he really needed to hold on to that one, but it was not loose, and third down is coming.
Well, nice job by the defense here in back-to-back plays. 2 straight incompletions. You've given up some yards, and the opponent's in field goal range. This is a place a lot of D coordinators like to send the blitz, because if you sack the quarterback and create a negative play, you knock them out of field goal range.
From the gun, the running back looking for room. They make the stop about 4 yards short of the first down. The Seminoles will try to move the chains on fourth down. Now the Wolverines call a timeout. It's their first. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They're in field goal range here on fourth down, but they're going to keep this offense on the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Pressure coming. He'll throw it. Converts on fourth down. Still going. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down on a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
Well, to heck with being conservative, right? I mean, that essentially would have just been a chip-shot field goal with where they were on that fourth down, but they decide to go for it, throw it. They're looking for 6. They're going for a touchdown. They are being aggressive.
They'll dial up the run on first and goal. And he surges across the line. Touchdown, Florida State. Setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point is good. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays. But how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
The Michigan offense heads out to get this drive started. These 2 defenses have had their heads spinning here in the first half, and now we might even see a little more scoring with this drive.
It's going back and forth. This is like 2 heavyweights just trading blows, David. What does this defense got to do to get a stop here?
I tell you what, man, when you're giving up points like this and you've got no momentum, you got to find somebody that can make a play to create something. And listen, if they're scoring anyways, let's be aggressive. Let's blitz more. Let's make sure we're making them feel discomfort in some way, shape, or form.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
They're bringing the chop. They're bringing the noise on third down at the dope. They'll try to run for it. There's some room. Oh, spins away. Past the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Wolverines. Nothing but a vapor trail left behind that guy, and the defense straight to the burn unit.
And, man, that does not feel good. As a defense, you're trying to limit the big plays, keep that guy in front of you. That guy says, wait a minute, I'm way too fast for that. We're going to just need to work on those angles. That's for dang sure.
And he takes this from inside the 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Motion from the wide receiver. The run from the shotgun. Oh, he's got some space. Moves up to the 34-yard line, give him a 10-yard pickup. The Noles are in the hurry-up.
Defense gives up the pretty big run. They get the first down. And listen, you got to reload quick now because this offense, they got their foot on the accelerator.
It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
ball was incomplete, and I think you got to give a lot of credit to this defense up front. That pass rush, they were coming on that play. Got after the quarterback, got in his face, and did not let him feel comfortable.
Backed up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to throw, it's Daniels. Bringing the heat. He's got the tight end. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Come on, defense, what are we doing? I mean, you can't miss this guy. He's like literally the biggest dude on the field. That time, completely wide open. That's way too easy for the offense. He caught the football. There was nobody even near him. Someone on defense has to locate this guy. They've got to communicate to each other if they're passing off in coverage. You can't let that guy be that wide open.
To the air on 1st down. Takes the easy one to the back. Looking for room at the 30. Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
And that's why for the offensive coordinator, you've got to find as many ways as possible to get this guy going. Just get him the ball close to the line of scrimmage. Doesn't need to be a throw deep down the field. He's so dynamic when he has the ball.
Here's a little room there. Got enough space. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Knowles!
Really nice job of executing that time by the offense on the option play. Really nice blocking up front. And the quarterback there really had a two-way go. He could have pitched that. The pitch guy was wide open. But the QB decided to keep it himself down here in the red zone-ish area. He's able to make guys miss and take it in for the score.
And the extra point is good. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Play action with Underwood. Rushes on him. And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
That is a tremendous job by the defender on that play because when the ball was thrown, his head was turned around. He was watching the receiver, quickly spun the head, turned his shoulder, located the ball, and then knocked it down.
Well, will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Tight end now in motion. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Got enough for the first. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to get this guy on the ground, man. He's got some serious moves once he has the ball in his hands.
The offense lines up at the 40. They've got a first down. Here's Underwood to throw. Here's the pressure. Can't make the connection, and the defense putting on the heat and forcing the incompletion.
He didn't have a whole lot of time to get rid of that one. The defense was all over him right after the snap. No wonder that thing fell in.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. On the option. The pitch. Could be an alley. He goes out of bounds right at midfield.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if the offense was going to be able to dig themselves out of this hole, but on 2nd in California, they dial up the running play, now setting up 3rd and short.
He'll go to the sneak. He'll be stopped short. It'll bring up 4th down as this defense makes a play.
And, man, this is a big decision coming up, right? Like, this is still a tie football game. So if you get stopped on 4th down, man, you're setting the other team up with good field position, almost in field goal position right off the jump. This is a big 4th down play.
Hold on a minute. The offense still out there going for it in their own territory. Makes the grab in their space. He'll go out of bounds at the 35-yard line. Big pickup there, and this offense is feeling it.
Well, that tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
They'll move the tight end. Play fake, Underwood. Here's a heat. And down he goes.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for the defense.
It's 2nd and long now as this defense has some energy after that last sack. Underwood. Grabbed in the middle. It's Marshall. Knocked off his feet. Michigan wants to stop the clock. They'll use a timeout. It's their 2nd. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Underwood trying to cut through the noise. Get it out on the screen. And the screen goes nowhere. They stop him for no gain on the play. FSU calling its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Michigan choosing to spend its final timeout here. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They've already converted once on 4th down on this drive. They are unafraid to make everywhere 4-down territory. Unloads to the right. He makes the catch. He's got enough, and they roll the dice on 4th down, and they keep the drive alive. They needed a bunch on 4th down, and boy, did they get it.
And I get aggressiveness. We get aggressiveness. We want to be aggressive, take shots down the field. First half, they felt like 4th and long. No big deal, and they get it. I imagine we'll get a few more of those.
You know, it's a good decision by the QB because his intended target wasn't open, so throw it out of bounds, and you can live to play another day here on this drive.
And here on 2nd down, they'll send out the field goal unit to try to get 3 before the break. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half, maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. They'll try to put 3 on the board as the field goal unit comes on. The holder will put it down on the right hash, a 33-yard try. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead.
And I like this offense. They didn't get concerted. They stayed aggressive to go try to get points, and they get rewarded, and they take the lead and the momentum going into the half.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll have just enough time to get one more snap before the half. Leaves it with the back. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, Florida State. Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up.
And that is going to leave the head coach scratching his head. The final play of the first half, your opponent runs the ball, and you can't tackle him and get him down with all those bodies back playing prevent. That is a terrible job of defense, and to add insult to injury, you've now given up the lead.
So the first half has come to a close. We'll take a break and head over to the halftime show. He'll put total leather and get this second half started. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Florida State offense returns to the field. They opened this third quarter on top, and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge statement, too, just proving to the other team that they're more physical, they're winning in the trenches. So here in the second half, David, just keep demoralizing this defense by pounding the football.
Yeah, and I'm not going to let that happen. I riled up my guys at halftime. We're going to put more people in the box, and we got to come out and meet the physical challenge of this offense.
One play in this drive, and already out to the 41. It's first down. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Linebackers in today's football, obviously, guys have gotten smaller. They got to play in space more, cover fast guys out on the perimeter. But how about this linebacker coming downhill and making a physical tackle in the hole?
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Daniels. They're working that left side. Third and short now from their own 48. They'll try to get the first through the air. Has to let this one go off his back foot. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, you knew you were going to see it in this game, throwing the go route to one of the fastest players in all of college football. This receiver strikes fear in the heart of every defense because he's got elite track speed. He's going to blow the combine up in the 40-yard dash because of his wheels. Not able to connect with the quarterback on that one, but you
look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On 4th down, looking to pass. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Great job by the defense there. They were not caught off guard in that situation on the field. This offense might decide to go for it on 4th down. They're going to make the play. Their offense now takes over. And if I'm the play caller here, I am taking a shot in a sudden change situation. Let me see if I can throw one deep and make this team pay for not getting that 4th down.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. And the Wolverines come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. The run inside. It's Marshall. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down. He's already busted 150 yards on the ground. Couple of big runs, and he might take aim at the Michigan record set by Ron Johnson of a cool 347 on the ground.
Wow, well, that's aggressive, Reese. That's a little ways down the road probably, but that just shows you how well they commit to the run game. Year after year, if you're a Michigan Wolverine, you're going to run the football. So, heck, it's no different when you got this guy in the backfield. I'm going to keep feeding him.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. The give on the counter. And he's wrestled to the ground.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
They're bringing the noise on 3rd down at the dope. Here's Underwood. It's a fumble. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They business after the fumble recovery.
The more hats you have near the football, the more likely you are to cause a fumble. So many guys with their hands wrapping around guys, the ball's bound to pop out occasionally, and you got to be in the right place at the right time.
To throw, it's Daniels. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19.
What a great play. This guy is a force on this D-line. You think about Michigan football defensively, they've got dudes up front. Aiden Hutchinson, Brandon Graham, Mozzie Smith, Rashawn Gary. Guys that can win one-on-one and guys that change and force your game plan to have to adapt for them. You need to double team these guys if you want to have any chance. This is that type of player. He's got so much ability.
And the Seminoles with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on second down. Fires to the wideout. What a job to lay out and make the catch.
Well, that's another completion. This quarterback's on fire. I get it. He's thrown for over 200 yards in this game, but it's because he's got people helping him out. How about that incredible job diving out, stretching out, and hauling that pass in? Quarterbacks love it when they don't have to be perfect every time they throw the football. And this group of receivers, they are helping out their QB1.
These are the types of plays where offenses impose their will. Third and short from the 45. From the gun, running back on the move. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down. And how about this lower intestinal fortitude? 4th and 1 in your own territory, and they're going. Play clock was down to 5. No need to rush things. Make sure you got it right, so they'll use the timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. This offense is completely confident in their ability to get 1 yard. They'll go for it on 4th down. Keep. Let it go. Tries to do it himself on the draw. And he's not going to be able to wedge his way there. The defense with the stop.
And listen, obviously, at this area of the field, it's a question, it's a debate whether or not you go for that on 4th down. At the end of the day, though, I think this coach believes in his own playmakers, and he's got guys on offense that he feels can make a play in that type of situation, and he's got confidence in him. That time they weren't able to come up with it. I'm curious to see what this guy does if they're in a similar situation as this game moves on.
Running inside, it's Marshall. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup.
Well, the defense blitzed on that last run, but it was the big fella on the inside that made the stop and made the play. Great job flying out of his stance, locating where the football was, and getting to the ball carrier. Really good job at the point of attack.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground. Jumped on top of the pile.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Here comes his home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on 3rd down. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off to stop the threat. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And that's why as quarterbacks you cannot telegraph the pass. You cannot stare down your receivers because these defenders, they're watching. And that defender knew exactly where the QB was going with that football, and that's why he picked it off.
They'll crank up this drive from the 30-yard line. to pass. It's Daniels. Fires to the tight end.
So surprised we have not been calling this guy's name more. He's one of the best tight ends in the country, but give the defense credit. They have had an outstanding game plan limiting him so far. That's only his second catch of the game.
The lone back's got it. Picks up the first down. A nice play there, and that is likely how we'll put the finishing touches on this period. That's the end of the quarter, and Florida State has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Here comes the fourth. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period.
Here we go. Ready? Red 54, red 54. Still go.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8. Last completion picked up a couple. Here comes 2nd and 8. Running back searching for a hole. And he's able to bounce off one tackle, but still not a whole lot of running room.
You got to give it to this defense, too, because they know they've got to get off the field. They need the ball back, and they know the offense is going to run it. So getting more bodies close to the line of scrimmage and the big fellas up front winning the one-on-one battles, that's been the big key to them, only allowing a couple yards here on these last 2 plays.
To the air, it's Daniels. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free, and 4th down is coming up.
I think in this situation after that incompletion, 4th and short on your side of the field, the smart play is to punt it away and trust your defense.
They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow, but this carries big-time risk on 4th down. Motion from the wideout. And he's not even close to the line to gain, and the defense makes the stop.
What a big stop for this defense in the second half around midfield. You can set your offense up for success right here on this drive by getting that big 4th down stop.
Underwood on the play action. Zings it complete to the right. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31.
Hey, man, this fullback is a weapon. Nice job catching the football and then turning upfield to go pick up that first down.
Offense picking up steam. 1st and 10 from the 31. Headed from the corner on the jet sweep. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Second and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Fires to the tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Man, nice job getting the ball out of his hands quickly, understanding the big fella's open. And the big fella, I don't mean an offensive lineman anymore. That's what tight ends used to be, is just an extension of the O-line. These guys are now extensions at receiver. They can make big plays, get him the ball, run after the catch.
Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Marshall. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Nice first down defense. Great job being physical, understanding the chances of run are high. They come up, they get the back on the ground, forcing a 2nd down and long situation.
Looking to throw, it's Underwood. They're setting up the screen. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play in prime position for a score.
These third downs are so critical in deciding the outcomes of football games, especially when you start to get closer to the end zone. You drill it, you practice it. This offense needs to be dialed in, needs to be in rhythm, and needs to execute on this third down.
Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide, and they got nothing. It'll be 4th down. And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. 4th down, Underwood. Touchdown, Michigan! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And some of these guys make it look so easy, but these are tight windows down here, man. There's not a lot of space on the field, and he drops back, knows exactly where he's going with the football, throws it in there, makes the play, and more importantly, now his team is in the lead in the 4th quarter.
And he tacks on the extra point. He'll take the return, try to get better field position. And the returner will be dragged down. The Seminoles offense comes out ready to get this drive started. And now, after being stymied for this entire second half, they must... There he goes! Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down.
And he finally breaks one. They get rewarded. They've been trying to run the football, Palmer, but just haven't had success all day.
Yeah, and the staff never gave up on him, too, right? They kept giving him opportunities, and maybe that's the run that starts to open things up here later in this game for this guy.
And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. Running to Green. And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. And the Noles want to pick up the tempo. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. That'll be enough for the 1st down inside the 45 at the 44. And the Seminoles have this offense rolling. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the running back. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
And if they're going to run the football late in the game in this situation, not that close to scoring zone, they've got to take a timeout here. You've got to make sure you save as much time as possible and communicate with your quarterback.
To the air. It's Sperry. He's got the tight end. He's really close to that 1st down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. Finds a crease at the 20. Touchdown Seminoles! They've got the lead here in the 4th. The Seminoles back in the lead.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch, in those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Throwing, Underwood. Fires to the wideout. Oh, look, Ma, one hand. Just another big play for this guy who spent the entire game wide open. Couple of touchdowns there, and he moves the sticks again, David.
Yeah, so I'll keep finding him, Reese. I mean, this is the guy that, listen, we're in the 2nd half now. He's already made plays. I know I can trust him, so I'm going to continue to feature him in this offense because I know he'll continue to make big plays.
All right, you're at a point in the game now where you've got to go. You need to get down the field and score points. I'm all for running the football, but in this part of the field, you now got to start kicking it into overdrive, start taking some shots and gaining up some yards.
Back to throw, and he needs to make a play. Unloads to the wideout. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
And I like it. Very smart defense, understanding the clock, understanding they're going to try to push the ball down the field. Great job playing deep, breaking on the football, making sure that receiver doesn't catch it. Smart IQ defense.
Bryce Underwood from the gun on 3rd down. Tight coverage and an incomplete pass. The defense knocks it away and forces a 4th down. They're going to go for it, and they're not going to huddle here on 4th down. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Incomplete on 4th down, and man, did they need to keep that drive alive.
And this offense does not come up big. Man, you needed that 1st down. And listen, the communication with this offense and the execution has left a little bit to be desired, and especially in a big moment right here when you had to have a score and you had to have the 4th down conversion.
Finding some room. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Everybody in the building thinking run, but how about the creativity by the coordinator? Late in the game, trying to get a 1st down. How do I get to the edge really quickly? Get the ball to somebody with speed. They give it to him quickly. They let him get outside, Palmer, and he ices this football game. Nice creativity by the play caller.
Yeah, it's just a good idea, too. Just give a guy with a ton of speed some space to go get that 1st down and win this game for your team. In a moment where a lot of people thought they might just get physical, go north-south, this time they get it out to the perimeter quickly, and that was the right play call at the right time.